Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. Historically a good race for first victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the first time here. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7 mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let me ask you about Renault. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. The captain lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, and Perez, Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc, and Carlos Sainz, Schumacher, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat, and Russell, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Roman Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen. De Vries, Latifi, Correa, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
We have a good chance of getting a podium today, so have a clean race and stay out of trouble.
Okay, well, how's it going, everyone? Hungarian Grand Prix is up next year, and pressure is on, starting from pole position, my first pole position, and should be a challenging race. This is a track where it's really difficult to overtake, and track position is very, very important. But starting in the best place you could possibly hope for, and that's P1. Really excited for that. And once again, we have Danny Williams atop the pit box calling strategy. So Danny, how do you hear?
Got you loud and clear. Everything's looking good on this side.
Excellent, excellent. And one moment here as I just check your audio levels here, because I did have to do a system restart before this race. So could you just do a sound test again?
Yeah, how do you hear me?
Okay.
Everything's good?
Yep, I think I just need to turn it down just a bit here. And
all right.
I think we're good. All right. All right, so, oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you set up here with your telemetry. All right, you should have that all set on your end. So you're going to be seeing our track position on the track, lap times of competitors, and obviously that'll take you a lap to get that data in, but we know that.
Yeah, can you just reset it again, please? There's some sort of visual distortion going on.
Sure. What would you like me to reset?
Just minimize and bring it back up.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, just close it and relaunch it.
Yeah, sure.
I'd rather sort this out before.
Yeah, sure thing.
Racing.
All right. So that's coming up now.
All right, we're good.
Great. All right, so back into the race. Taking a quick look at the race director here. The top 10 cars all starting on the soft tires. That's what was necessary to get into Q3. So their Q2 tires, those are the tires that they're starting the race on. The soft tire is not a very good race tire, though. It's going to degrade quickly, and that's going to mean some early pit stops. Everybody else in the race starting on the more optimal medium tire, which, of course, is going to last a bit longer.
Yeah, that's definitely our primary concern. I mean, we'll be sharing it amongst the front runners there on the soft tire. Yeah. Is finding that pit window and hopefully not falling behind too slow of traffic, and not ruining the total race time. So we're gonna have to judge that and time that very closely. And yeah, it's gonna be a tough one here on Hungary.
I think so. And then looking at the weather, it's kind of, it starts sunny, and then there's going to be some cloud cover, and then overcast, and then partially cloudy at the end. So it should help with the tire wear, but yeah, so could have some slight variances with track temperature.
That's true.
Okay. You want me to default? I think we discussed lap 8, correct?
Yeah, actually, just throw it over to personalized, just to make sure it's all set up, and then, but I know we'll have to, yeah. So we're gonna probably go to 8, and then you know, we've already addressed kind of the concerns of the medium tire and what that forces you into. So we're gonna go on the hards and hopefully have the tire there for us at the end if need be, and so yeah, so we'll go for 8. If we push it to 9, we have to be very concerned about the undercut. Looking probably about a 3-second undercut here. So we do have to watch that, and we'll just go off base the rest of the field.
Sounds good. So yeah, you'll be watching our opponents here and seeing what they do with their pit strategy, and possibly need to react to that. But yeah, so just try and keep it simple with a 1-stop here. And I don't know, anything else you want me to add, or anything else you have to add, I should say. Otherwise, I guess we can start it.
No, that pretty much summarizes it up. It's just gonna be traffic today, so the setup is all set, fuel is good, strategy is there, and yeah, hopefully we can settle in and maybe find a gap there for the pit when it's gonna be quick, you know, having to make a call in the first couple laps.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Okay. Let's get to it then. Got a plus 1.1 on the fuel. That should be fine. I'm gonna go with that. Can't lie, pretty nervous. High expectations here. So let's get to it. 3.
Yeah, let's do it. You got it in you, so.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Obviously, when you can, just give me a point of reference.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So
would have thought that was Verstappen going.
I know.
We're gonna need some work on the brakes.
What he did.
Put some energy into them and warm the tires as well, please.
I'll get in front of him here.
Forget. Silverstone. Let's get those tires warmed up a little bit. They're kind of cold, actually.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take too much, but they're a little cold. And again, I think we only did 1 hot lap on these softs. Can you just check the wear for me?
There you go. 9%.
Okay.
Just clicked over to 10%.
Yeah. All right. Tires are coming up to temperature. That's good. Confirm your settings.
Okay, I'm gonna do standard at first, and then wait for grip, and go to rich.
Copy. All right. Keep it clean. Settle in.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good.
Have fun.
Absolutely.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
settle in here.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
It's okay, heads down. They have to be concerned about us on the undercut, so let's just keep up the pace.
Okay.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Good job, keep it up.
Right, we think the car behind might start to have fuel management issues. Let's see if we can use this to our advantage over the next
Last
few
lap,
laps.
18.5. Ricardo, almost 2 tenths slower. Albon behind, 4 tenths slower.
Copy.
Gonna need you to start harvesting some energy.
Copy.
When able, can we check the engine temperature?
Copy.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Ricardo ahead, running similar laps. We're doing well. We're building the gap behind us. Everyone's running a little slower. This is a nice job here. These gray laps, keep it up. A few softs are starting to pit.
Copy.
Plan A is still in place. How do the tires feel?
Feel okay. How are the laps?
They're very respectable. Keep doing what you're doing.
Copy.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best.
All right, the plan is still to box here. Keep
Copy.
the lap. Yep. Ricardo ahead, 4/10 slower. We boxing this lap, box this lap.
Box this
confirm.
lap.
Good first stint. Everything's to plan still. We should come out in a nice gap, I believe.
Release, release. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those
Traffic on the
tires.
exit. got Stroll ahead on the mediums.
Gap to teammate ahead is 12.1 seconds.
Stroll's last lap. 120.8.
Got no DRS there.
Yep, it'll come to you. Stroll on the DRS straight.
We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
Nice move. Ricardo ahead, running 18.8.
Does he have traffic ahead?
He does.
Copy.
So just keep it consistent. We'll fall into them.
Gap to car in front is 4.5 seconds.
Ricardo ahead will be slowed by approximately a second.
Copy.
Keep pushing.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Nice job. We're catching them by about 7/10 a lap.
is 2.9 seconds. Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Excellent last lap. We're catching over a second a lap. We have Russell ahead, running 20s even. Make the move when able. Nice job, Ricardo ahead, still running slow with traffic ahead. Alright, if we can't make the move while we're behind, let's harvest some energy.
Copy.
We think the car behind might be struggling with fuel issues. See if you can increase the gap.
Okay, a few of them are coming into the pits here.
Mick is in the pits. Mick in the
Union
pits.
Ricardo being held back by approximately a second. We have a slow car in Sector 2 staying green for now. we'll have a yellow flag in the next turn.
Caution, caution. Green flag.
All right, very much you and Ricardo here. Let's push and capitalize. Running about a 10-second gap to P3.
Gap to teammate behind is
how he still has
8.2
DRS.
seconds.
Just from the point earlier, he will lose it from now on.
Any more traffic ahead?
The traffic is cleared for now.
Copy.
Sector 2 has also been cleared.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
All right. Ricardo ahead, running about 10 slower. Just stay in the DRS. We'll need to harvest energy. Battery's starting to get low.
Copy. Not getting DRS right now.
Copy that. Might have fallen out of the just by thousandths of a second. Running
Managing your tires.
about similar lap
Manage your
times.
tires.
Keep pushing. Okay, well, let's check engine temperature. We need to find a little time here. Ricardo ahead. Running about a 10 to 2/10 faster.
Copy.
We're leading our teammate by 8.6 seconds.
Great lap. We're running a 10th faster. Keep it up. Great job. We're back in the DRS. Keep it up. Doing what we need to do. Currently running about 2/10 faster. Keep it up.
Had a poor exit off of 1.
We will need standard fuel mix in Sector 2.
Copy.
running about a tenth slower a lap. Still running about 1/10 slower.
To run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Well, let's settle in here. You know what you need to do. You're doing it. Let's just keep up the consistency. Yeah, let me know how those tires feel.
Definitely some wear, you know, a little oversteer in some corners, understeer in others. Stand by. Tires are okay.
Copy.
Gap to teammate behind is
pulling them in.
11.6 seconds.
Laps to go, please.
Currently 7 laps to go.
Copy.
Fuel to standard, please. Fuel to standard.
Standard.
right.
Great maneuver.
Let's kick it off. Fuel to standard in Sector 2. Caution for Ricardo behind on DRS.
Copy.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
5 laps to go.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Nice job. Ricardo running 4/10 slower. We need to harvest energy where you can.
Copy.
You're still defending, but we need to have it to defend as well.
Copy.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
No, we got 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go.
Copy.
We're leading our teammate by 11.9 seconds.
That's good last lap. Let's keep it up.
This is your
Final lap.
Final lap of the race. Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Yes! Yes!
Here we go.
Oh!
Absolutely
He won.
awesome. Just
He
amazing.
won.
Well done.
Oh, I
Nice
can't believe it.
Nice job. That's a double podium for Lotus.
Oh my
P3
God.
Schumacher. P3 Schumacher. Excellent race. Excellent
It's a
race.
performance to be proud of today.
Man,
from
I'm
our
shaking.
Hungarian Grand Prix winners. Tell me,
Yeah, that was a
how did
close
they
one at
manage
the
to
end there.
achieve this win?
Nice
last
move on
part of the
Ricardo
result
down the
comes down to
inside. You
judgment.
took the gamble.
They were able
Really
to keep
worked
their
out
heads
well.
when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Nice
The
job.
faces of our
Definitely.
top three look so incredibly
enjoy
happy
that one.
as they make their way up to the podium.
But, double
A
podium
much
for
deserved
Lotus right
victory
there.
And a brilliant performance from them all.
Wow. Wow. I just can't believe it. That was incredible. Thank you for the help once again, as always.
Yeah, it worked out. The strategy worked out well. There was a moment
now let's take a look at
thinking
the
about
driver's
coming in
standings.
slightly
Daniel
earlier.
Ricciardo is the new leader of the Drivers'
and
Championship
some of the
after
rest of the
today's
field
results.
also
Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony
came
Davidson,
or went on
who
to
do you pick?
mediums, and it
Well,
did not
Daniel
work out
Ricciardo
well
would
for
have to
them.
be my driver of the
Hamilton
day.
being one
It's
of
less
them.
about what he did right,
got caught
but
up
how
in
little
traffic
he did
too.
wrong. Perfect
And
driving.
It's time to see how things are shaping
got
up
exactly
in
the gap that we
Constructors'
needed,
Championship. No change in the top spot,
behind,
but with today's points, their
in
hold
between
on the lead is
fast
getting
back runners
weaker.
and the slow
Meanwhile,
ones,
good
so
work
it
from
worked
the
out
younger
really,
drivers' team this weekend,
really well.
who pushed themselves further up the order.
Wow.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up,
But,
be sure to
yeah,
join us when we come
interesting,
back with
Stroll-
more Formula One.
I think Stroll got driver of the day, but I'd argue it's Schumacher.
Yeah, I think so.
besides
Grid
himself,
11 to
but yeah,
3.
being 11th of 3, yeah. Stroll went from 22 to 12, okay.
Yeah, but he's still
But
out of
11,
points.
yeah, it's the same move and onto the podium, yeah. Yeah, Schumacher was not placed to come into P3. It was likely to be Bottas, but the pit strategy worked out beautifully for them, and they snuck in. They came out like a second ahead of Bottas and held it the entire race.
Wow, what a finish for Lotus, and really climbed up in the standings. We're challenging Racing Point for 5th in constructors now. Let's take a look at the highlights. So disappointed to lose the lead here in the beginning.
Yeah,
I had a good start off the line, but then he got me, and I guess it's turn 2, turn 3.
yeah. I thought it was turn 1.
Was it? Maybe he tucked in.
I think you ran conservative, and
Yeah.
he tucked in.
Yeah, I left the door open there. You're right. Yeah.
But I know that you weren't a fan of it, but I actually didn't mind it because I was hoping that we could stay in the DRS. I mean, he did have real good pace in the beginning. Yeah, we made moves that got caught up in traffic, which was great.
Yeah, that was key. The fact that he got caught up in traffic there and I was able to catch up. And then the race was on. I was able to stay in his DRS for the most part.
Yeah.
And I saw the tires were starting to go away from him. Like, he was starting to slip off of, like, turn 1. He was having trouble.
Yeah, I saw
turn 1.
that. Turn 5, starting sector 2. Where the horseshoe. He was having trouble getting grip on the way out. You can see a little slide.
What a race. I mean, I was just in the zone there. I didn't even know what lap it was. That's why I had to had to ask you.
Yeah, no, I know how that gets when you're fighting that hard. It's nothing but the racing line and just trying to get the most out of the car.
Yeah.
But it was good, you know, we saved energy where we needed to have it for later. And I think, unfortunately, just being in front for so long hurt Ricardo in the long run. So.
Was this it here? Had a good run off of 1.
Yeah, you got real close.
Ooh,
And,
what a move. Oh my god.
I didn't notice he even came across closer to the pit wall. I was looking at the telemetry.
I'm so tempted to see that that pass again.
But it's, yeah.
I know. Let me see. It might be way too long.
Whatever. It's gonna take you like 15 minutes.
Is it really? You think it's gonna take that long?
You gotta go to. You did it. What, like lap 33 or something?
Yeah,
like that?
You're right. Was it 33? Was it that close to the end? Wow.
It was pretty. It was. I'd say at least the 30s. It was. It was close.
Yeah.
Maybe high 20s, but it was not 27. It was like 29 and beyond. So.
Well, all right. I guess I'll abort this then. It's a shame.
You can't just save it and then like.
Yeah.
Go on your own time.
I know exactly. Well, hope everyone enjoyed that first win. First pole, first win. If there's anything else you want to check here, feel free.
No, I think that's it. Great result for Lotus. I mean, that's what, 40 points for taken back to the factory with us.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to advance here and just lock in these results. Who got fastest lap?
I think it might have
Schumacher? Oh no.
No, it was way down there.
Oh, it was down. It was somebody.
No, it was the first.
Oh, there it was. Leclerc, but he's out of points.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah. It kind of happened randomly. I was like, oh, okay, new fast lap.
Yeah, he probably had a weird strategy.
I think he stopped for a second time.
Yeah, he did. Maybe he had damage or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna lock this in, just in case the game crashes. You know. So.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't see that move, but yeah, I mean, you kind of see it with the.
I don't know. I kind of want to see it.
No, do it if you want. I mean,
all right.
Up to you.
Resume. All right, I can resume, and I can continue my fast forwarding. So once again, one of the huge shortcomings of this game are the replay controls. Why is this even necessary? When other games you can just skip to a certain lap. I don't know. Anyway, while this is going on, feel free to talk about something to take the focus off of this.
Yeah. Yeah, the softs don't last here, that's for sure.
Yeah. Were you thinking about pushing it until later, or coming in earlier?
No, I was thinking about the undercut because we were about 2 seconds off, and to do the undercut, I was contemplating going on to mediums, but you know, kind of what we talked about before. I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I said it might pay off right now, but I think you're just going to be hunted down. And I was like, no, I think and he had the traffic slowed up. It worked out beautifully. There was a couple pit stops, early pits in the softs, and
Yeah.
Hamilton I think was one of them, and it worked out beautifully because it pretty much created a 20-second window, and you could drop right back into there.
Right.
And it was most of the mediums that were fast, Gasly onwards were there, and then the back runners were behind. Hamilton came out behind them, or like in amongst them, and yeah, it worked out really well. So.
Fantastic. Still a ways to go here. Only up to the first stop.
Yeah, that's lap 8. So
Yeah.
we've got, about 20 to go.
Yep. So I've got the hards on, and I think that was the right call going on the hards. I mean, obviously with the result, can't say it was the wrong call, but
yeah, no, it was just
the car felt good at the end. It felt racy, you know, and we were matched with our tires, so.
Yeah, no, that was one thing, you know, you couldn't react because Ricardo was coming in, so
Yeah.
you couldn't wait for them, especially on this track. You know, every lap kills you further on the soft, so you couldn't stay out and go see, oh, what tire do they go on, and try to offset. But again, mediums would have required a lot of managing, and I think pretty much you would not have been able to make that move because your times would have been slower versus staying.
That's
same,
right.
like
That's
me.
right. That's exactly right. No, I would have been fading at that time of the race.
Yeah. So you found the tires were there for you to make a move if
Right.
there was ever going to be a move, and it presented itself.
Right.
And took it, so.
Like soft medium would have worked if I was able to build out a huge gap. And
Yeah, I could
stayed
see
in the
like
lead.
I could have seen Ricardo going on, you know, because he built like a 3-second gap. And
Yeah,
he
I know.
had really good pace on the softs.
Yeah.
But then
That's a good
yeah,
shot here.
you kept it up on the hards.
Still a little ways to go here. That move was just too good, though. I've got to see it. Well, I mean, I don't know. It felt good. But I think there might have been a little bit of contact.
There was some contact. It almost was like Ricardo didn't expect you to be down on the inside there.
Yeah.
I think there was a lockup. It was a
There
bit of a
was.
sand, but it was fairly controlled, so it was a good move.
So this is where Ricardo is stuck behind. Was it Stroll?
Yeah, Stroll, and then eventually Russell, I think.
Yeah. So eventually Stroll boxed. And I was thinking when he was behind Stroll here, this is my opportunity, you know? I need to get by him right now. And then when Stroll boxed and Ricardo had clear air, I was like, ah. But then he caught up to, was it Russell you said?
Yeah, I think it was Russell next. So
Yeah.
that's why I wasn't, was trying to minimize chatter, but I wasn't too concerned because
Right.
there was further down.
Further traffic, yeah. But then when he got by Russell, I don't remember if he overtook him or if it was or if Russell pitted. Then I thought, okay, this is going to be tough.
Yeah, and this is where I was wanting you to well, not now anymore, but when we were behind the cars, you know, harvesting energy, because you know you're, at least in my mind, you're probably not going to make the move, and so allow the DRS train to build your battery back up, so that way, you know, you can make a move later on. And I think that's what happened to Ricardo was just, you know, when you're out in front, your battery is draining quite a bit more. And this is a high downforce track, so on that front straight, he's burning through a lot of energy. Just not even just you know, in standard mode. And so his battery will charge or deplete faster than yours.
Right.
And eventually you'll have that battery excess and be able to use it, capitalize, and make a move.
That's true.
There is a significant.
And maybe that was, you know, maybe that was part of what happened there.
Yeah, no, I truly think it was. I mean, I think he was just in hards and his pace was just falling off, and
Yeah.
he didn't have the battery life. You know, he's pushing through air. He's, you know, the car in front is working a lot harder than the car is behind.
Yeah.
You were starting. We did have to run the standard in sector 2.
Yeah.
I think for a lap or two you left it rich the entire time, but you had fuel to burn.
I did, yeah.
But your temperature was starting to go above 130, and like 135 is where you start losing speed.
Losing speed, yeah.
So I didn't really want to creep up in there.
Yeah, and that was important. So thanks for staying on top of that.
Yeah, yeah, we got to get that update. That will be coming, I believe.
Which update?
They're still working on the dashboard. He noted. I put in
okay.
some of the requests.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Just things.
Looks like there's more ghosting now. My graphics card. Now that there's overcast. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Getting closer. Yeah, I agree. Looking at the chat right now, mediums would have probably killed me. Killed any chances to make a move here. I would have been way too slow. I probably would have been trying to protect second place.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Some of these laps I was falling back a little bit, others I was gaining a little bit. But I was able to really find his vulnerabilities, and definitely coming out of turn 1 was becoming a problem area for him. My problem areas, almost there. Oh, this was, let me go back. I remember this. You were. It's not. I don't blame you. You're fine. But you were talking to me, and I almost had an opportunity to make an overtake, and I was like, "Yeah, the tires are fine. Stand by."
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
just lied. Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see. Keep going here.
Is it
What's up?
right here?
No, it was.
No.
It wasn't that lap. I was having some trouble on the last corner, and then also the second to last corner. It wasn't terrible, but it just felt like I was understeering here more than I'd like to, and it was hurting my run on the front straight.
Yeah, in sector 3, I'd like to know more detail, but yeah, there was a couple of laps where you were up, and then
This
coming
might
out of
be it
sector
here.
3, you wouldn't be. So. Yeah, this is it.
I'll try and get a different
Yeah, you should be able to get a different
view of that. I pause this. Enter. Okay. So, let's see it from. No, not from that view. Oh, what's this view? Oh, that's the one we just saw. Pause. Here's the TV cam view. It was a bit of a send, you're right.
But
Oh God, yeah. Well,
nah, I
little.
mean,
I don't know.
no, you had it. I think you were, because let's see, go a little further.
A little further up.
Yeah, I mean, he left the door open.
I did leave it quite a bit open.
So,
I had a bit of a run going, and
you're
my normal
there.
braking point is like 50 anyway.
Yeah. And
And
so
right here, I'm alongside.
there's plenty of space. Yeah, you know.
Where is he?
You're side by side.
This is from his perspective.
It's starting to turn in, but you're side by side, and yeah, you kind of just didn't expect you to come down the inside, but it wasn't.
Okay, well.
We have a question about your setups.
What's that?
We have a question about your setups.
My
Where do you
setup.
get them?
Do you make your setups by yourself? You'll find them online. So actually, both Danny Williams and I, we get our setups off of Sim Racing Setups, and that's a YouTube channel. A little hard to find, but basically, just go to YouTube and look for Sim Racing Setups. I think it's just one word, but if you separate it, it'll probably still come up. Sim Racing Setups F1 2020. And those setups are going to be setups that are good for races. So not for time trials, but for races. And there are also
Specifically, like 50% races.
50% races or longer. And there will be separate setups for wet setups. So for example, there will be a Hungary dry setup and a Hungary wet setup. So just take a look at the title of the video and make sure that you've got the right one. But I do recommend those. So far they've worked out well. So we use those setups as a baseline, and then we'll tweak them with minor adjustments here or there, just depending on our car and our car's capabilities. But that is it. I go back to the replay here, resume, and since I'm almost at the end, I'm just get myself going across the line here. Oh. Yeah. I was nervous when I was in the lead here. At first, for the first couple of laps where I got this lead, I thought I'd be able to put a little bit of a gap on him, but then he was able to pull me back in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was because of my tire performance, but also I think I think I was driving slightly more conservatively, knowing, okay, this is a difficult track to overtake on. He's going to have a hard time. So I feel like I can back it up a little bit just to make sure I don't make a mistake and still keep him back there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I was almost thinking about giving you that message of just, hey, you know,
Yeah.
drive conservatively, but then I was like, just let it be, let him drive as he wants. There's no major errors here,
Right.
Kind of less is more in the final.
Yeah.
Just let it be. And
I mean, while I was behind him, I was going full, 100%. And then when I got in the lead, I was probably driving at like 95, 96%. Just to make sure I didn't make any errors, because there were a couple corners where I was experiencing, so he's right on me here. A couple corners where I was experiencing some oversteer, and had a couple of moments where I wouldn't say I almost lost it, but it had the potential. So I wanted to minimize instances of that. Is that the white flag?
it is the checkered flag right there.
That's the checkered. Oh, I gotta take a picture of that. That's cool. There you have it. I'm gonna lock it in, okay?
Yeah. restart session.
That was an
Yeah,
incredible
let's restart.
Let's have yours. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
This is probably what I would actually say. Is I would be. Oh, the car, the engine, the team has been amazing.
Yeah, I have to say it was all me today.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, the car was really difficult. I just had to drive through it. No, let's see. There really was. I couldn't have done it without my team behind me. Sure.
Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Reliability needs a pick-me-up, so I'm gonna say that.
How do you feel seeing your teammate up on the podium? Appreciate your time.
That's right. I have a new rival now. It's Verstappen.
Oh, really? Verstappen's your rival?
Yeah, yeah. Answered 8 questions this weekend.
Our margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
Going to renew the sponsors. Oh, we've got a press interview. Let's do that.
Oh.
First, let's schedule this. Oh, we have our break coming up as well, and we have some resource points. Okay, so, what have we got here? That's just from Mick right there. Mick. 10 esports event. That's driver acclaim. That's team acclaim and cash. Chassis team building. That's 1,000. That's a lot, isn't it? Right?
Say that again, sorry.
1,000 acclaim. Maybe I should just do that.
That's a lot of acclaim, I feel like.
I think that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'll just do that. Keep it simple. And looking at R&D here, I've got 603, which isn't a ton. 800, can't do that. I think I could do one of these smaller ones. No, can't do that. Okay, so I'll just have to advance my days. 675, yeah. Can't. Alright, I'm gonna go to the interview.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in. Now let's talk about that new sponsor. How did that relationship come about?
That's terrible. Well, when you're performing as well as we are, everyone wants their name on the car.
Would you say that it's important to develop your drivers as much as possible?
We push everything to the extreme, be it the cars or the drivers.
At the moment, you seem to be a solid mid-tier team. What do you think will take your team to the next level?
Durability. Working hard to push our durability above other teams.
Your team's had their first win in Formula One. Is this a sign of things to come?
Get used to seeing us on top of the podium. Up on the podium, because we're here to stay.
Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful?
If they can develop as fast as the team, then their position is safe.
Well, thanks so much, as ever, for your time. It's hugely appreciated.
Okay. Well, for anybody watching, hope they enjoyed that. I definitely did. So I'm going to end it there. Our next race is the Belgian Grand Prix. And I'll have, once again, Danny Williams, his channel, Frontman24. Take a look at his. But I'll once again have him as race engineer. So Danny Williams does my team competition as well. And I'm the race engineer for him. Which is your next race?
Azerbaijan. We just came in
Azerbaijan.
last night
Just
with
finished.
the victory, so that was great.
That's right. So we both got our first wins, all within 24 hours of each other. That's incredible how that works out.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So yeah, take a look at his channel. Feel free to follow mine, follow his, because the content's very very similar. Some good stuff. And otherwise, I will catch you at the next one. Have a good one.
We'll see you.